led us to a beautiful Sunday afternoon. 70 degrees, sun shining down here in Knoxville as we are ready. Gotchel just misses outside. We are underway. A couple minutes early here at 4:27. Lauren Fox, the first Lancer to the dish. Fox in the leadoff spot every game so far this year for Longwood, hitting .311 this season.
Fox has definitely shown signs of improvement with her batting average and her on-base percentage this year. She's got quite a bit of speed. You're going to see her go to more of a power slap than a soft slap.
Lays off there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now for Gotchel, preseason All-SEC for Tennessee. She will be one of the workhorses in the circle. It trails 3 balls and a strike to Fox. Preseason All-Big South. It's really grown in her batting average, on-base percentage this season, and someone that head coach Dr. Megan Brown says is a really good table setter. Spoils it there, full count.
Peyton's really working the outside of the plate with that backdoor curve. Gonna need to see Fox stay in the box and stop peeling a little bit if she's gonna be successful against Peyton.
Another 3-2 incoming. Strike 3 called. Backwards K to begin the day for Peyton Gotchel.
And that's part of what makes Peyton so successful. She has that curveball she can throw on both sides of the plate at 2 different speeds, and she can just execute it at any time.
A little bit of a different defensive look for Tennessee. Alana Leach gets the start out in right field. Katsoyanopoulos shifts behind the plate. Panel slides over to first as a strike is called on Emily Vincent.
And Vincent is one of the hitters that can drop a bunt for a hit. We've got a 1 back on the first baseman. She's playing somewhat deep by the bag. So at any point she could drop a bunt. Got 2 strikes now, so this will not be the time, but maybe her next at bat.
Highest batting average on the team coming into the day, 318, and she swings through that one. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Gotchel.
And Peyton is not messing around. She's really throwing that curveball through the zone, has really nice late break today.
Peyton Gotchel, second-year transfer from Bowling Green. She was there playing for the Falcons for 3 seasons, was the MAC Pitcher of the Year, racked up about every accolade you could in the Mid-American Conference. Strike 1 to Kaylee DeVivi, and then Gotchel transferred in to Tennessee last season, formed part of that triumvirate in the circle with Ashley Rogers and Carlin Pickens. Ended up being a 16-win season, a sub-2 ERA with 130 strikeouts. Even had a postseason no-hitter, but she's back for a 5th year, wants some more. And she tries to help lead Tennessee back to Oklahoma City in the Women's College World Series. Ball to strike on DeVivi. Jammed to the second baseman. Rodriguez lost it in the sun.
And that's going to go down as a hit. It's an element, got caught in the sun.
Shade still parked there on the top of the visor.
And you can see Rodriguez trying to find it, but that sun is definitely poking through today.
Yeah, really the first time this weekend that it's posed an issue. Been overcast, just partly sunny most of the time, with the sun shining in full force. And it's the first base runner for Longwood here this afternoon. Brings up the ever dangerous Sophia Knox. Knock is a big power bat in the cleanup spot. appeal to first. Fid Friels says yes.
Peyton trying to get in on her hands there. Payne's been pounding the zone on most of the hitters, hasn't really expanded the plate a ton, hasn't needed to. But with knocks up, she'll have to make sure she gets it off the plate more.
So ball and 2 strikes on 7 home runs in her sophomore season so far, by far the most on this team. But she goes down looking. Gottschall paints the outside corner. And
works low 60s, changes speeds a lot. Her claim to fame is going to be that she causes a lot of missed hits. She's a pitcher that really gets her defense to play well behind her. She's super grateful for her defense, lets them know that she has their back and she's ready to compete.
Faces Kiki Malloy at the top of the Tennessee order. First pitch rides high for ball 1. Malloy, the ever powerful bat at the top of the order. A Tennessee team that has picked up 3 wins here at home this weekend. Two balls and no strikes. Well, Malloy's gotten that batting average up 349 now. Made for 15 hits for extra bases, including 10 RBIs out of the leadoff spot. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. In her 5th year, getting her graduate degree, working towards her MBA here in Knoxville, said it was never really in question on if she was going to come back or not. She's in front, 3 balls and a strike. Big spot today for the true freshman, Gavrila, going against this Tennessee lineup from Suffolk, Virginia. As Malloy goes the other way, DeVivi looking back and says adios. Lead-off homer for Kiki Malloy. 5th of the season, and Tennessee jumps in front.
And this is just a huge home run for Malloy. Almost hits the bus out in right field. You know, before the game, Dr. Megan Brown was talking about that Gavrilik's key to success is going to be that she's got to give her defense the opportunity to work. She's going to have to keep the ball down, keep it in the ballpark, and let her defense play. She's got good offense behind her, plenty of game to come back, but she's got to locate her pitches better.
So the hat on, the money falling in the dugout, and Tennessee immediately gets a run. As Destiny Rodriguez climbs in for the Lady Vols and takes ball 1. Little shift in the batting 9. Rodriguez moved up to the 2 spot. She's had a really productive weekend. A couple of home runs here through the first 3 games. Now hitting .395. A sophomore really coming into form for Karen Weekly. Gavrila, primarily a reliever, just getting her 2nd start of the season. Already been tagged for 1 early. Let's see if she bounces back. 2-1 incoming to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss.
And Gavrila is no stranger to good competition. They played Alabama in the preseason. They played Georgia Tech. Coach Brown schedules a tough schedule, so they're ready to compete.
That pitched against both the Crimson Tide and the Yellow Jackets. So getting thrown into the deep end her freshman season up in Farmville. Floats just upstairs. The count runs full.
And her specialty is creating mishits. She throws different speeds. You just saw the change up there. We'll see her probably mix that in a bit more after the leadoff home run.
Payoff pitch coming. On the 3-2, Rodriguez fouls it away. Pitch number 7. We'll see an 8th. Rodriguez, a role player a year ago for Tennessee, got some good playing time late in the season. Didn't have the big power numbers. No homers in her freshman season. Already 4 dingers. Just 15 games into year 2. Skied foul.
Gabriella seems to have settled in some. She's got a good pitch combination. She's got, great break. It comes in late, changes speeds. She just needs to find her punch-out pitch that she can end batters with.
Looking for it here. 9th pitch of the battle. Ball 4. One on, nobody out here in the bottom of the first as Riley West climbs in for Tennessee. She had an RBI double in the win earlier today against Stetson. That was a hard-fought 3-2 win over the Hatters for the Lady Vols. And she takes ball 1 upstairs.
She's just missing up. She needs to keep that ball down at the speed that she's throwing, low 60s. Anything that's elevated is going to give Tennessee just what they want, the ability to lift the ball to the outfield on a line, which often ends up over the fence.
Green light count, 2-0 to West. And she takes a strike, back pick, but Rodriguez dives back in time. Tennessee team that likes to run. No stolen bases this season for Destiny Rodriguez. Most of those swipes coming from Kiki Malloy, but this time it was trot around the bases for Kiki. 2 balls and a strike. High in the air, deep center. Vincent in front of the warning track. Gloves it for the first out. Vincent, a gold glover out there trying center field for Longwood.
Longwood is definitely playing a lot deeper than they did the rest of the tournament. Seems like their game plan is going to be just sit back there and try to get Tennessee to pop up.
McKenna Gibson next up. And she takes inside, ball 1. Back again, Rodriguez home in time.
I'm actually surprised they're picking so much. That sun is really brutal right now for the second baseman and the first baseman. You see Sophia over there at first base with sunglasses on. Definitely hard to see the ball coming at you. One
1-0 pitch on the way to Gibson. Runner goes, throw is wide, and Rodriguez is there safely. Runner in scoring position.
Takes off, no need for a slide, nice backup.
First stolen base of the year for Destiny Rodriguez. Moves herself up to second. She's in scoring position for McKenna Gibson, the co-leading RBI producer last season for Tennessee. And on the 2-0, Gibson takes outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Really a breakout year last season for Gibson. A sophomore campaign where she was second team All-American, first team All-Region, All-SEC. Drove in 60 runs for the Lady Vols. And she's preseason All-SEC in 24. Takes a strike.
And we're seeing the Lady Vols doing a nice job of staying disciplined here. They're not willing to swing out of the zone. They're hunting a certain pitch, and they're willing to wait for that pitch.
Second walk of the half inning. 2-1 for Tennessee. And head coach Dr. Megan Brown out to talk things over with her freshman pitcher.
Definitely trying to just settle her down some. Again, her key to success is going to be to let the defense work. You can't defend walks. You can't defend home runs. 2 walks and a home run to start the inning. Got to get back on track.
So the meeting there is adjourned. Brown runs the pitching and hitting for this Lancer team. So let's see what that message was. Gavrilo, the true freshman from Virginia. She's a state champ there in high school and a couple of perfect games her senior season. That's a school record. But has 2 on with 1 out in the first as she faces Zeta Pooney. Quieter start to her senior season, but Pooney, who had off-season shoulder surgery, ramping back up into full form and has flashed some of the power here this weekend. Had a walk-off 3-run blast against Stetson yesterday. Flips it in the air, second base. Drake gloves it, and there's 2 out.
And that's a nice job by Gavrilo, changing speeds, just causing a little dying quail there in the infield.
That's what you said, Coach. Does best, creating those mishits. Finds one there off the hands of Zeta Pooney, and now an out away from getting out of what's been a laborious first inning. A leadoff homer for Kiki Malloy. A couple of walks have created the traffic on the base paths. Get out of here, and all things considered, solid inning in the books. As Alana Leach takes strike 1. True freshman from the Woodlands, Texas. Her and her twin sister Gabby both here playing their freshman season. Older sisters Aubrey and Kelsey also came through this Lady Vol program.
Leach has done a nice job this weekend in the pinch hitting role. Excited to see her get some starts. She's a good hitter. She's definitely someone to have up with a runner on second base. She drives the ball up the middle well.
7th start of the season here for Leach. About half the games for Tennessee, hitting a smooth .348 to begin her collegiate campaign. In a 2-strike call, Gavrilo trying to get out of it. Bounces it in, that skips by Hyatt. And a free bag for everyone. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 now in scoring position. Bounced up the middle. Drake to her right, and the side is retired. Lancers can exhale all. And a true freshman was able to get out of a pickle in the first, limit the damage to just one, as Maggie Hyatt sends the first pitch of the second to third, where Boo Gibson takes care of it, 1 down. Peyton Gottschall back to work for Tennessee. 3 strikeouts in the first, an awkward infield single, aided by the sun there mixed in between. And now Karina Anderson digs in for the Lancers. Anderson, the Cali senior, preseason All-Big South, second team All-Conference last season after leading the team with 8 homers.
Gottschall's doing a nice job of being very efficient with her pitches. Low pitch counts, really going at the zone. Seeing her work several quadrants. She started this at bat with a rise ball out. We'll see what she decides to do, to go in or go out here. But she definitely can work both sides of the plate.
That's part of what she does the best, the locating and the efficiency.
Back to her curve off the hands.
Yeah, jam to Rodriguez, and quickly 2 easy infield outs.
And you can just see her pitching with maturity. She's in that 5th year of school. She's been through, this is her 5th season as a pitcher. She's seasoned now. She's been through the SEC. She's definitely a leader from the circle.
First pitch to Lauren Taylor, just off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor, the senior shortstop. And she has been an everyday starter since she came to Longwood. Ball to strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I really like the level of communication coming from Katsoyanopoulos. Every pitch she's giving the pitcher feedback. That wasn't a strike, but it was a good pitch. Just because a pitch is not a strike doesn't mean it wasn't where it was supposed to be located, and I like how much she's talking to her pitcher.
There's a called strike, 2 and 2. Something Peyton Gottschall touched on in the preseason. She likes catchers that can be tough on her. Just give it to me straight so we can get better as a team.
Little mishap there. Catcher didn't have the signal. Looked like Gottschall was just going to throw some good stuff, trying to avoid the pitch clock.
No chase upstairs from Taylor, and the count runs full. Now, if you watch Longwood softball, it's something you've seen a lot. Lauren Taylor with gritty ABs, something that Coach Brown says she's really made her hallmark. Not going to be an easy out.
And that's really their identity as a team. They are just scrappy. They're tough. Every game that they're in, they know they have a chance to win.
That's hit well and foul. So the battle continues. Strike 3 looking.
No question on that one.
Peyton Gottschall dots the black on the inside corner. 4 strikeouts through under 7 runs a game last season. That was best in the SEC, 3rd in the country, and they return pretty much all of the production, at least the overwhelming majority of it. Taylor Panel, the bottom 3rd of the order, lead off here in the 2nd.
And these are really smart hitters coming in here for the Lady Vols. They know what pitch they're looking for. They have a good pace. They're in control, a lot of rhythm, a lot of timing. They're not rushed. They know that they can go 2 strikes deep in the count and still come out victorious.
1-0 offer. Up the middle, center field. Vincent chases, one hops the wall. Panel rounding first, chugging to second. A leadoff stand-up double for Taylor Panel.
Panel sends this ball to center field. Looks like there might have been a misread on the ball. I don't know if it got lost in the sun or just a bad first step, but she didn't look like she got a good read on that.
It's only the third two-bagger of the season for Taylor Panel. She is immediately in scoring position for Julia Katsoyanopoulos. First pitch ball, Julia Katsoyanopoulos, second season now on Rocky Top after transferring in from Arizona. Really a field captain, super high softball IQ. That's what Karen Winkley says about her. Primary catcher last season. Now will split time behind the plate and over at first base.
Katsoyanopoulos likes to drop quick bunts. This wouldn't be a terrible time for that. You got a first baseman playing back. You got a lefty pitcher. Not a bad idea to drop one on the right side.
See what she elects to do. Gavriluk checks the wrist and now spins in the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Waited on it, and it falls foul. Looked like maybe a misread off the bat as it came spinning down to the ground, but a new life at the plate.
And there's one of those mishits that we were talking about. She changes speeds, delivers the mishit. Unfortunately, couldn't catch it. I think of Sierra Gavriluk is a little bit like a Charlie Huff. Used to be a pitcher for the Marlins, threw a knuckleball, and they used to say the best way to stop his pitches was to go pick it up after it landed.
Another 1-2 outside. Gavriluk did a nice job bearing down, getting out of the first with just one run on the board. Runner in scoring position to begin the second. Looking for her first strikeout. And another 2-2 incoming.
This is part of what makes this Tennessee lineup so hard to throw to. That pitch was out of the zone. That was well located for Gavriluk, and he still got a foul ball. At bat still alive, making her throw more pitches, causing her to get exposed more to the other hitters, giving them more time to read what she's going to throw, learn her patterns. But she's doing a good job out there executing.
Yeah, pushing 40 pitches here. Looking to record the first down in the second. Certainly Tennessee has seen a lot at the plate. Yeah, we'll see another.
Gavriluk just needs to find her punch-out pitch, her finish pitch, how she's going to end the at-bats. She's doing a good job of getting into pitcher's counts. She's throwing the ball in the zone, causing a lot of foul balls, though, having to throw extra pitches. She just needs that pitch that she can finish them with.
She checks the wristband for the call. Yeah, now winds and fires the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gets the put-away pitch there. First K for the freshman, one down.
That's a really good job on the plate expansion. This ball is in the other batter's box, and it's a believable ball. And that's the key of being a top pitcher in college, being able to throw believable balls. You don't necessarily always have to throw strikes that are looking strikes. You just got to get the hitter to be baited and swing at it.
So one down. And now a battle with the freshman. Bella Fall digs in for Tennessee. And takes outside ball one. the true freshman shortstop, recruited because of the defensive prowess, and has worked her way immediately into the lineup for a team that was in Oklahoma City last season.
I'd like to see Fall unload on one, shoot one in the right center field gap here. Working a lot of hand side pitches.
And trying to get clicking offensively early in her first season. Gabriel's 1-1. Called strike outside corner. Leadoff double, panel still planted at second.
And again, back-to-back pitchers counts. Gave up the double and then settled in nicely.
On the 1-2, Fall pops it up foul. Kiki Malloy, the All-American, waiting on deck. She's got the difference maker so far. Opposite field solo homer to lead off the home first.
And that is not who you want to see on deck as a
No.
pitcher. You don't want to know you have to battle this batter and then Kiki's going to come up to the plate. Little change of speed there. Nice job by Fall sitting back and fouling that off.
And another 1-2 offer. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Run full. Weekly talking shop with their battery, attentively listening to the head coach now in her 23rd year leading the Lady Vols. Full count and the payoff. A well-earned walk by Bella Fall as she jogs out first.
Gabrielle just trying to force it a bit. She doesn't need to throw hard. Her strength is not to blow it by hitter. She's not a big punch-out pitcher. She just needs to let her pitches work. Looks like she might not get that opportunity.
Aron Burton into the game, faces Kiki Malloy, who takes down and outside. 2 on with 1 out for Tennessee in the second, as Burton, the preseason all-conference junior, makes her 12th appearance of the season.
And Burton with higher velocity. Her key to success is letting her pitches work. She's got to get ahead. She's mostly a vertical pitcher. She's going to work rise and drop. She's got a good changeup. Changeup is her money pitch, but she's got to set it up well. And don't be fooled by that ERA. She's a good pitcher. She's faced some good hitters early in the preseason here. She's ready to go.
I was in the circle twice against Alabama and Georgia Tech. Has pitched this weekend against Brown. That was yesterday, part of a Longwood victory. 2-0 to Malloy. And she takes ball 3. Malloy already with a homer in this one. Leads the team with 5 long balls now this season. The All-American out of the leadoff spot, looking to do some damage in the second. Four-pitch walk, and they're loaded.
I like this pitch combination that Coach Brown is set up having Burton come in behind. You know, she throws a little bit quicker, so Tennessee saw kind of average speed and then slow and then slower with the different speeds being mixed. Now it's kind of sneaky fast. Her motion is very fast. She comes off, she throws the ball down and up. It's vertical. She's not going to be spinning it off the plate. I like the combination. Let's see if it works.
They are juiced for Rodriguez. One ball and no strikes. You take until you see a strike here?
Yeah, make her settle in some. She's having trouble finding the zone. And you know, traditionally just watching her off of film, that's her weakness when she does get behind. It's when she's not successful, it's because she gets behind in counts.
There is a strike, 1-1. Burton coming off a strong sophomore year where she went 16-8. ERA just above 3, had almost 130 strikeouts in the circle for Longwood.
And there's that changeup we were talking about.
Yeah. Two balls and a strike. Rodriguez already with a couple home runs here this weekend. On the 2-1, Rodriguez takes ball 3. Nowhere to put her with the bases loaded. 3-1 pitch. Will bring home a run. It's an RBI for Rodriguez. Her 10th of the season and a 2-0 Tennessee lead.
And Burton just doesn't seem to know where she's missing. Asking the catcher to come out, tell her where it's missing, where does she need to bring it up. That's a big part of the catcher's role too, is not just telling them when they're doing well or when they're doing bad, but letting them know this is the umpire's zone. If you bring it in, half a ball. If you bring it up, half a ball. Asking the umpire without showing the umpire up, where does my pitcher need to put it to get this pitch called?
So the bases remain loaded. Comes in to pitch run at first for Rodriguez. There's the Lady Ball Locos. Maybe that could change between games. Plenty of speed all around the baseballs. Mueller is there at first. Malloy jumps up to second, and Shaw is planted at third. So the bases remain loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. A 2-0 Tennessee lead now. Riley West digging into the box to face Burke.
Got good speed on the bases. It'll be interesting to see how the outfield plays the ball if it goes out there. If it's a foul ball, are they going to let it drop and not let the run score? Are they going to go for the runner from second to third? Kiki Malloy is fast. We'll see what they do. Burton really struggling just locate her pitches.
Behind 2 balls and no strikes to West. The senior from Eastvale, California. 2-0 coming in. Just catches the outside corner.
Tough spot to pitch out of. You're having trouble locating your pitches. Pitching coach is probably just trying to call a pitch for a strike, but you also want to call to the pitcher's strength. Got good hitters up. Bases loaded.
Finds a piece, and the count levels. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count, full bags.
We'll see what Longwood decides to go with. Did they go with her money pitch, her changeup, or are they just trying to find the strike zone?
West wallops it deep center. Grand slam, Riley West. Fifth home run of the season for Riley West, the first grand slam of the year for the Lady Vols, and they have erupted 6-0.
This is a great job of just being patient, hunting, waiting, letting the ball travel deep. She knows that Burton's struggling to find the strike zone. She's sitting on a fast pitch, and she gets it. Don't count the Lancers out, though. They're a good offensive team. They know how to produce runs. They know how to come back. They just have to stay in this ball game to get up and have a chance to be able to come back.
Certainly injected some life into Lee Stadium as Riley West clears the bases. It was a quiet start to the weekend, but West has come on strong. An RBI double earlier today, and then a grand slam. Now up to 16 RBIs this season. So the base is clear, still just one out. And 1-0 on McKenna Gibson as Burton deals. On the appeal, Gibson did not go. 3-1.
Longwood just really struggling to find the zone. 5 walks on the day so far. And Burton's going to have to pitch her way through it. They're a little limited in their bullpen right now. They've had some injuries. They're down some arms.
And another walk. That's the 6th for this staff. As Gibson works her way aboard, and here comes Megan Brown, the head coach. Also serves as the pitching coach. We'll call everybody in here to try and rally the troops. And yeah, you made a good point there, Boo. Maggie Chapin, another part of this staff, went the distance in the prior game against Brown. Has thrown a lot of innings here this weekend. They're trying to find an inning eater as Tennessee's controlling to the postseason. Lofty expectations, a program that's been to the NCAA tournament 5 times in its program history.
And they're really trying to just make a super regional this year. Not just make it, but win it. They're, every year they're trying to get better, talking about building a strong foundation. They have the foundation. They've been to postseason. This is the year they really want to get to super regionals, and that's why they're playing this tough schedule. If they want to be the best, they got to play the best. They're going against SEC teams. They're going against, top-level competition, trying to get themselves ready to win their conference.
2-0 to Pooney. Say to Pooney, 0 for 1, popped out on the right side of the infielder, first time up. Burton's 2-0. Is a strike. Pooney started her career at Oklahoma, was there in Norman for 1 season, part of that national championship team. Took down Florida State in the title series, then transferred into Tennessee, made an immediate impact, second team All-SEC in her first season here, and then erupted last year. First team All-SEC, part of the All-Tournament team in the Women's College World Series. At 363, 14 homers, and drove home 60 for the powerful Lady Vol offense.
Pooney is a really tough out. She's got power. She also hits the ball up the middle well. Got a good eye. Another walk there.
Really been the story in the circle for Longwood. 7 walks issued by this pitching staff, and it brings up the 9th batter of the half inning. As Pooney gets lifted for a pinch runner. Katie Taylor coming in.
We'll see what Longwood decides to do here. They're going to keep the pitcher in. They're going to change her. They only have 3 arms that they're using. We've already seen 2 of those. The 3rd arm pitch the game before this. They have another game tomorrow against Tennessee. At this point, being down 6-0 until their offense shows a little bit of life, they may decide to save that last arm and not get her overexposed before tomorrow's game.
Right. 2 on, 1 out for Alana Leach. Grounded out her first trip. And that is fouled back. So what camp are you in here, Boo? Is this considered batting around, or is it the next one?
I would say the next one.
Okay, all right, fair enough. And some people say when the 9th person comes up, you technically seen everybody there, but I tend to be with you.
Yeah, I would
say. That first person's got to get up again.
Yeah, you started the inning. There's a nice changeup. Let's see that more. Really want Burton to just find the zone, be able to use that changeup. It's a good pitch. She sells it well. She throws it with confidence, but she's got to set it up and be able to get and give it a chance to work. She's throwing a lot of balls, getting behind, then she's having to go with a faster drop. She really just needs to locate those pitches so that she can let her changeup work and keep these lady balls off balance.
Ahead 0-2. Leach not climbing the ladder there. Ball with 2 strikes. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leach was 2-time All-State, career .472 hitter playing for the Woodlands outside of Houston. Number 12 recruit in the nation coming into play for Karen Weekly. 2-2, swing and a miss. Pretty off speed. 2 down.
Burton does a great job with his changeup. It looks like the little badminton, what you play badminton with, just spins around. Lots of movement right under that bat.
So 2 out now. That flips the card back to Taylor Panel, who led off this inning with a double. Came in to score as part of the West Grand Slam. 2 on, 6-0 lead for Tennessee. 5 runs here in the home second. One-0 pitch. Is a strike, 1-1. Hit sharply through the left side of the infield. Gibson held up at third, and the bases remain loaded. Second hit of the inning for Panel.
Panel stays inside that ball nicely, drives it through the 5-6 hole. Coach Weekly holds her up at third. The pond is loaded.
Yeah, loaded up again here. As Kitsoyanopoulos is scheduled to hit, but perhaps will be a pinch hitter. Looks that way. Cameron Sarvis has the bat right now. And it is Cameron Sarvis coming in to hit for Tennessee. Sarvis, the sophomore from Gray, Tennessee, had a great career at Daniel Boone in the Mid-State. Limited playing time last year, but off to a nice start, hitting .500 in 2024.
And Longwood just needs to get out of this inning. They have a good offensive lineup. They know how to come back. They're never out of a game. These pitchers should be throwing with confidence, knowing that they have hitters that can back them up. They just got to get in there and let them work.
Burton checks the wristband and deals the 1-0. 2-0. Three balls and one strike.
Tennessee doing a great job of staying disciplined, not being over anxious, not chasing pitches, being willing to take that walk, passing the bat. Hitting is contagious, and so is drawing walks.
And that is inside for ball four. So Cameron Sarvis hits the RBI with the bases loaded, walk off the bench. Gibson taps the plate, and it's 7-0 Tennessee. Just too many free passes coming from this Longwood pitching staff. 8 gifted to the Lady Vols so far, and they have capitalized.
Finally getting a little bit of communication here to Burton. It's lonely out there when you're having a rough game and you're not hitting your spots or you're not getting the calls you want. It's really just, you feel like you're isolated. There's no one behind you. And I like that this is a player-led huddle coming in here.
Sophia Nugent coming in to hit off the bench. Did not get the start here in game 2, the transfer from Oklahoma, hitting .275 this season, her first year in Knoxville. Base is still full, 2 down, now 7-0.
It seems like Longwood is really going to live with Burton. They may not have too much, of a choice other than that with the limited arms. Good character building moment here for Sophia. This will make her tougher to face when she gets into conference and struggles. She just got to find a way to pitch her way out of it.
Been missed by a ton, 2 balls and no strikes. As Burton tries to bear down and get out of it. Nugent, role player for the Sooners last season. Right now, an everyday player in Knoxville. And she takes a strike at the knees. One of 2 transfers coming in from Tennessee, and Karen Weekly said it was really a seamless transition. They're players that fit the program, fit the culture very well, and have integrated right in. Ground ball, left side, tough play, no play. Everyone's safe. And another run scores, 8-0 Lady Vols.
Longwood really just trying to find a way to get out of this inning. Tough play on that last one. The ball didn't have great velocity coming at her. Fielder's choice to shortstop. Runner on second did a good job of beating the ball to get to third. Tries to get the out at second, just too slow.
Kiki Malloy, first pitch swinging. Nice play at short by Taylor. Gets the force out at third and brings the inning to a close. But Tennessee erupts.
Inning there. They haven't batted through their lineup yet. They're trying to turn the lineup around here. Tennessee's been through their order twice now. Let's see how Longwood answers back.
So a lengthy wait, but Peyton Gottschall back to work. And our first pitch of the third is a called strike to the lefty Avery Miller. Miller, the freshman from Alexandria, all region, all district playing at Alexandria High. And that's a lefty pop. Empty hack there, 0-2.
Gottschall showing off her maturity, coming off a very long offensive inning with no hesitation coming back and pounding the zone.
Already has 4 strikeouts.
There's that off speed we talked about.
count advances to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miller in the DP spot today for Longwood. She takes inside ball 2, but it is a position that'll have some healthy competition. A couple of bats in contention to find a permanent place in the order.
That was a really nicely located curveball. Peyton didn't seem to like the call. Let's see if she goes back there.
5th strikeout for Gotcham as she powers the fastball by.
And Peyton doing a nice job just pounding the zone. She's got a big lead on the scoreboard behind her. She doesn't have to mess around and expand too much. She's just powering in the zone. There's her backdoor for a strike.
Avery Drake here in the 9 spot. Drake, the senior, trying to get a spark early in her final campaign. Playing in the navy and white. Transferred in this season from Houston Christian University, only transfer for the Lancers here this season. Traditional slapper out of the 9-hole, but Boo someone that does have some power as well when needed.
A little bit of pop, tends to go towards the power slap quite a bit. She's working to develop her short game.
Count even here at 2-2. Boy, Gotchel just looks like she's been in complete control in the circle.
She is on cruise control, and this is the type of game for her as a pitcher. She's a 5th year. This is where she should be competing against herself. How efficient can she be with her pitches? How low can she keep her pitch count? How can she execute pitches? It might even be a game where you see her go to some of her pitches that are not her strengths just to work them while she can, because they have a pretty good lead right now.
Only 1 base runner on an awkward infield single.
There's her changeup. Drake does a nice job to foul that off, keep the at-bat extended.
I started every game last season at Houston Christian, was 2nd team all-conference down there at Lone Star State. Trying to fortify the back end of this Longwood lineup. Spoils another. So nice, she hit it twice. Off the fence. Bingo, off the bat. Didn't happen that time.
These slappers are hard to pitch to sometimes. You know, a slapper's job is to put the ball in play and beat it out. And as a pitcher, it can get frustrating because all they're trying to do is get a piece of it. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. See Peyton Bear down here and try to go with her punch-out pitch.
Checks the wristband, 2-2.
That's a nice pitch.
Yeah, inside Cheddar. Didn't get the call there. Yeah, the count goes full. Strong take from Drake. And she's a pitch away from working her board, giving some life to the Lancer offense.
And for young pitchers watching Peyton out there competing, you're seeing her throw her curveball 3 different ways. Backdoor, regular curve, off speed.
And a base hit, falls in.
Really playing to her strengths. She's able to use her best spin, which is her curve spin, to set up 3 different pitches.
Just outside the reach of Leach. Not for a lack of effort. Second hit of the game for Longwood. We have a 1-out single here in the 3rd. Back to the top of the order, Lauren Fox.
These Longwood hitters are really just looking to get some hits. They're not going to win it with 1 swing. You're not going to score 7 runs with 1 batter. They just need to put the ball in play, get people on base. There we go, back to back.
An opposite field single there for Fox, and here come the Lancers.
And you got to love that fight. That's what they're going to need if they want to get to postseason, make it to super regionals. They got to be able to fight 7 innings, come back. I like that they're still relaxed. They don't look defeated. Does a nice job here taking that outside pitch, just poking it deep of the infield, short of the outfield. 2 runners on base, giving themselves a chance to score.
2 on with 1 out in the third. Longwood trying to break through for the first time against Tennessee. Emily Vincent, one of the 5 Lancer captains, goes after the first pitch. That is Mueller backpedaling. And into the game defensively here, Laura Mueller records out number 2. So a quick second out recorded there as Vincent pops up the first pitch she sees. Still 2 on and 2 down as Kaylee DeVivi, another one of those experienced captains, climbs in.
You're seeing Coach Brown come and talk to DeVivi, covers her mouth so you can't see what she's saying, very secretive, but really just talking to her about probably what she's seeing from Peyton on the mound. Hey, this is what the pitch sequence has been. What are you expecting? What are you hunting? And that this is a big at bat, right? This can be a game changer for them, change the momentum, potentially get them on the board and give them a little more fight.
Outside, a ball and no strikes. This is a spot where DeVivi feels comfortable, really coming into her own in the 3 slot in the order. Has some power and led the team in doubles last season. Looking to drive one home here. 2 on, 2 out in the third.
Backdoor just missed outside. Gutschel really doing a nice job of just working the zone at different levels, different speeds. The hits that have come have been mishits. DeVivi's last hit was an infield single pop-up that got caught in the sun. They definitely are not hitting her hard. Just dropping hits in, and that's all it takes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of hit it is. The scorebook doesn't know. A hit's a hit, and the game doesn't know who's supposed to win. On any given day, any team can come back and win.
3-0. Gotchel grooves in a strike, 3-1. It's a Longwood team that's trying to improve its offensive consistency, looking for not just the one big explosive inning, but to build those throughout the course of a game. Chance here to have a little 2-out rally. Gotchel's worked it back to 3 balls, 2 strikes. First and second with 2 out in the top of the third. To left, West came in, now runs back. It's over her head and gets to the wall. Drake is in to score. Here comes Fox, and she's out at home.
Fought with the relay right on the money, and that is why she is out there. Defense, great arm, total athlete on defense. Nice play.
The freshman shortstop cuts down, and so a beautiful 7. We're putting a bow on it. A couple of teams who are 3-0 here this weekend. And Laura Mueller will get her first crack of the afternoon. Just came in defensively for Tennessee, and she'll lead off the home third. And Boo, really the story offensively for Tennessee is they've been patient at the plate. They've been gifted 8 walks and have had a solo homer and a grand slam to add up to the big 8 snowman on the scoreboard.
They've been very patient. I like the Lancers fight, come back, answer back with a run after a 7-run second inning. Burton just needs to settle in. She's got hitters that can hit. She's got to shorten up these defensive innings and let them work.
Mueller, the MTSU transfer, was all conference at shortstop for the Blue Raiders last season. As Aron Burton continues to work in relief, came on last inning, and Tennessee tagged her for a couple of runs. See if Burton, starting with a clean slate, is able to work out of this bottom of the third. Preseason All Big South pitcher, 2-0.
And Burton has got to find a way to make that adjustment. She keeps getting the same pitch on the outside of the plate called for a ball. She needs to make an adjustment. Either the catcher needs to tell her where she's missing, or she needs to figure it out on the mound, but she can't keep missing the plate.
There is a called strike over the inner half. Burton will be a big part of this rotation down the heart of the Big South schedule. Mueller awaits the 2-1. And takes ball 3. Mueller with plenty of talent, trying to find a place in the lineup. A really, really deep Tennessee team in her first year here at Knoxville. Speed to burn after leading MTSU in hitting and power last season. 3-2. Already a couple extra base hits this weekend. Payoff pitch from Burton. Grounded sharply, foul.
You're seeing Tennessee do a really nice job of making Burton bring her pitches up. She's a rise ball, drop ball pitcher, so typically when a batter is facing a pitcher that's more vertical up and down, they're either going to go front of the box and try to get the drop or the rise before they break, or they're going to go back of the box and try to make that pitcher extend it, make them bring the drop ball up and bring the rise ball down. And that's exactly what's happening here. She's missing these spots because she's having to throw it in the zone. Nice discipline again.
Yeah, Mueller works an 8-pitch walk. Plenty of speed on the base paths. We'll see if she has in motion at all with this 7-run lead. 7 runs coming home in the second for Tennessee. And Riley West did a whole lot of that damage. Grand slam last time up.
I think we're going to see Mueller in motion here. She's got good speed, definitely a steal threat.
Perfect on the bats this season, 4 for 4. And there, an aggressive jump, but no movement. One pitch incoming. Riley West has continued to get better and better. And now her 4th season in Knoxville. Started out as a role player, coming off the bench. Actually even caught
there
a
she
little.
goes.
Yeah, dropped the circle back, fouled away. Burton gloves it. Couple bounces to first, but the out is recorded.
Nice job by Knox staying down on that. Runner was in motion. Good job by Burton of not getting suckered and throwing the ball to second. The runner would have been safe anyways. Meals got too much speed. That's what she needs to do. She just needs to produce ground balls, get outs. Easier said than done sometimes.
Mueller up 60 to second in scoring position here for Gibson. Strike one. Yeah, quickly 0-2.
Seeing Burton go inside there. If she can just pound the zone a little bit more. Tennessee really hasn't seen her pitches move that much because she's thrown so many walks, unfortunately, that if she could just execute her pitches, she would be successful, because there really is no scout on her right now because there have been so many walks and not a lot of pitches in the zone for them to be hunting.
Another 0-2 offer. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nice grab by Hyatt back there. Looked like she got crossed up just a bit.
Level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of walks today for Gibson. She has scored one of those 8 Tennessee runs. Hit well to the gap. Will go over the wall. Oh, it hung in the air. It's a boo blast. Whoa, 2-run homer for McKenna Gibson, 10-1 Tennessee.
Boo does a nice job getting on top of that with her barrel, hitting an elevated pitch. Right on the line, just like Coach Malvo wants it.
Yeah, climbed just enough to get over the wall out there in left center field, and it ends up being the 3rd home run of the season for McKenna Gibson. 2nd of the weekend. And it puts the Lady Vols in front by 9. Katie Taylor getting a crack. She takes a strike. The junior from Noonan, Georgia. Played a big role last season. Started 57 games for Tennessee. Hit just a tick under 250, but now battling to find one of those 9 defensive spots.
And Burton's pitches just continue to bleed a little bit off the glove hand side, her glove hand side of the plate. Trying to throw that rise ball, trying to get true spin on it, and it's just bleeding over.
Two balls and a strike to Taylor. Who has earned her stripes in the orange and white. Primarily a pinch runner her first season. Got a lot of playing time last year. Stepped up when Riley West was hurt at the start of the year. Tattoos at foul, 2-2. Waited on it and just loops it foul.
Nice changeup executed there by Burton. From a young pitcher learning perspective, Burton's doing a good job of being consistent with her pre-pitch routine. She has the same body language throughout the whole time that she's been pitching. She hasn't changed her approach to pitching as far as her pace. Doing a good job of just trying to get back into it. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Today has not been her day so far, but it doesn't mean that it can't become her day.
Full count here. And the payoff coming to Taylor. Another lengthy battle in the works. Tennessee has forced a lot of pitches to come out of the right arms of this Longwood staff today. Three-two again. Ball 4. So Taylor works her way aboard and draws the walk in her first plate appearance. And now Amanda Olland will come in for Tennessee. First plate appearance of the weekend for Olland. Look looking for her first hit of the season, just her second at-bat. Primarily utilized as a pinch runner, the sophomore Holland. She's from Bamberg, South Carolina. Didn't have 24 starts last season for Tennessee.
You're seeing Longwood's middle infield talking to each other. They're playing deep, trying to get the long angle, trying to roll up a double play, support their pitcher here.
First pitch to the lefty Holland. Just outside, 2 balls and no strikes. See the brace there around the right knee. Holland is someone with plenty of speed. Last clocked at 2.7 home to first. He can hustle down the line. Just needs to put it between the lines.
And that is legit speed. You know, it's pretty rare to see hitters be able to get from home to first in under 2.8 when you're out recruiting and you see people listing, you know, a hitter as having 2.6 speed or 2.7 speed. You definitely always go with your stopwatch and double check it because it's pretty rare to have someone be able to be 2.6 down the line.
Driving the count at 2-1. We'll see what she does with it. 3 balls and a strike. Into right field, down for a base hit. Taylor zooming around second. She's standing up at third, and it's a double for Amanda Holland off the bench.
Holland does a nice job of adjusting there. As a slapper, you're typically trying to look oppo, trying to get the ball to go outside. She does a nice job of sitting on that back leg when she realizes it's inside and turning on it for the power slap.
First hit of the season for Holland, and it puts 2 runners in scoring position for Tennessee here in the home third. Your program knows that there's a different motivating factor to each and everyone on her roster. Trying to infuse some of that motivation here in the third. 9-run lead as Taylor Pannell climbs into the box. Been a good day at the office for Pannell. A couple of hits. Megan Brown out talking things over with Ed Clark, the home plate umpire.
Might see a pitching change here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gabrielle come back in. Try to keep Tennessee at bay and not overexpose their third arm before tomorrow's game. Might also just be checking on re-entries on Tennessee's lineup too. We've had a lot of new hitters come to the plate this game for the Vols.
There's strike 1-1. And Taylor's walk-up song is Without Me by Eminem. Song that begins Guess Who's Back, Back Again. That's because she missed most of last year. Shoulder surgery after the second weekend of the season. So back and healthy for the first full year in her young Tennessee career. And, well, she's off to a rip-roaring start. 267, that'll tick higher with a couple hits today, including an extra bagger. And a chance to add some ribbies. 2 in scoring position with 1 down. Burton trying to get out of it and pick up the out.
Burton seems a little re-energized on the last 2 pitches. A little bit more mustard on those last 2.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Burton checks the wristband and now winds and deals. 1-2 home. Taylor drives it to deep center field. Panel is caught by Vincent. Oh, what a play at the warning track. And they double up all in at second.
Double play, but the run scores.
Whole lot of movement happening in that last 30-second sequence. Deep set. 4 pitches so far. 4 hits, but only 1 run across.
And it just looks effortless. You're watching Gottschall out on the mound. Her mechanics are so clean. She's got a great wrist with her curveball spin. She really just spins it and lets her defense work, and she has a ton of strikeouts. You know, and just when you're, as a pitching coach, when you're watching her pitch, she has ease, she has maturity, she's really leading from the circle. She's fun to watch.
Oozing a whole lot of confidence here at home this weekend. Second season now in Knoxville. Karen Wickley said when Gottschall came in, she had immediate synergy with this team, and now she's become a mainstay in the circle. One of the big leaders that Tennessee will rely on as the Lady Vols look to make a return trip to Oklahoma City and back to the Women's College World Series. Lead is swelled to 10. The powerful Sophia Knock climbs into the box for Longwood. Knock struck out looking her first time up. The sophomore from Liberty, Indiana, and didn't have a whole lot of playing time last season, just 11 starts. Worked really hard in the offseason. She sprays it foul. Candidly, maybe got tired of not being in the lineup as much as she had hoped, and has reaped the fruits of that labor so far. Early in this year, 7 home runs, including a couple this weekend. She had a 3-homer game earlier this season. A very bright spot in this Longwood offense.
You're seeing kind of a different hitting approach here from Longwood. Tennessee has been patient because Burton has had trouble finding the strike zone. They've been waiting for pitches. They've been hunting strikes. Longwood here has had a lot of looking first pitch strikes, or even the second pitch if it's a strike, looking at it. They need to come out and be more aggressive. Gottschall is a strikeout pitcher. That is her bread and butter. She's a punch-out pitcher. She's efficient. She throws the ball in the zone. She tunnels, and she's attacking batters every single time. They need to be more aggressive and hit her early in the count and not let her have a chance to let her pitches work, expand the plate, and punch them out.
Knock fights it off foul. Ball stayed a couple times at Union County. She was the Conference Player of the Year.
Knock definitely has power. She could have a tempo change right here for Longwood.
Staying alive.
This is one of those games where it's so key for Longwood to really separate offense from defense. Defense hasn't been going so great with all the walks and some big hits, but offense can still be a big powerhouse for them. Once you cross that chalk line, you get back in the dugout, you're no longer a defender, now you're a hitter.
That is hit high in the air, deep left, hooking foul. West in the corner, makes the grab at the wall.
What a catch.
Oh, web gem, Riley West.
West started off playing pretty shallow. Look how far she had to run to cover ground to get that. That's at least 30, 40 feet that she covered to go catch that ball at the wall. Holds onto it and just fires up that Lady Vols defense. And that's why as a pitcher, Gottschall can put the ball in the zone when she needs to, because she has defense like that behind her. And on top of that, she has offense as well. So as a pitcher, you can really pitch with confidence, put the ball in the zone, and know that your defense is going to make those kind of catches for you.
So a sparkling first out. 1-1 on Maggie Hyatt. Hyatt grounded out her first trip up.
I like seeing the confidence that Gottschall continues to have on the mound. You know, she gave up a hit at the foul ball at the warning track. It was just big catch by Riley West out there. She has another foul ball that's kind of a home run. She's not fazed by it. In her mind, it's just a long strike.
Yeah, she bounces back with a looking strike, 1-2. Strike 3 called.
Great pitch, right at the knee. Sneaks that back door back inside. Cuts right back into the strike zone. She comes in, the pitch starts on the inside, and then it continues even more inside. Nice location.
6 punch-outs now for Gottschall in the circle. That is the 5th time this season she's had 6 or more strikeouts. And she starts with a strike to Karina Anderson.
And again, another looking strike. She's a punch-out pitcher. They're going to have to take advantage of those early pitches if they're going to be successful.
And quickly 0-2 on Anderson. Anderson picked all conference in the preseason. Can hit for power and average. In a hole here. 0-2 offer. Ground ball, Faw charging from short. Side is retired. Headed to the home 4th. It is all Lady Vols on their home turf. This Tennessee Classic. 4 teams were in town this weekend. Tennessee, Longwood, Stetson, and Brown all playing round robin style. These 2 will run it back again tomorrow. They added a Monday matinee to the schedule after Mother Nature wrinkled the early plans. Ron Burton back to work as Juliet Katsoyanopoulos climbs in for Tennessee. Katsoyanopoulos struck out her first time up. Takes a strike above the letters there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Katsoyanopoulos has really become one of those Chris Malvo disciples. You can see in some of those aggressive takes coming in from Arizona. Now her 2nd season here.
I'm curious to see kind of what she's doing talking to herself in the plate. When you watch her get in, she digs in. She's got a pre-pitch routine. She's coming in, and she's been mouthing something at the start of each at-bat. Probably talking to herself, probably saying something about confidence, maybe talking about what she's hunting to herself, but I'm curious what her affirmation is.
Tomahawks it up the middle and leads to a leadoff single.
Does a nice job taking that ball up the middle, having a little bat lag on the barrel, staying back on it. The other Coach Malvo getting a little camera time over there. That's the wife of hitting coach Chris Malvo. That's Kate Malvo. She works with defense and with the catchers a lot.
Bella Fall takes ball 1. Yeah, Kate was the volunteer assistant the last couple seasons. They're coaching first base. Now elevated for the first time to the full paid 3rd assistant on this Tennessee team. Big part of the coaching staff. That was named the coaching staff of the year by the NFCA last year. 2-0, that skips away. Katsoyanopoulos with a free 60. There is Chris Malvo, now in his 3rd season here, came from Missouri, and at the time, Extra Inning Softball called it the best assistant coach hiring in the country because of that hitting philosophy he brought to Knoxville. There's his wife, Kate Malvo, now in her 3rd year here as well. Also came from Mizzou.
Coach Malvo is a great mind of the game. You see the hitters, the swings aren't necessarily cookie cutter. They don't look the same always, but when that hitter is at the point of contact, they all are in the same position. They have that barrel back. They let the ball travel. Some people think it's a backspin, but they're really just trying to shoot a ball on a line to the wall. He's big on backside hitting, really using the whole lower body to get behind it.
Now, you don't preach launch angle specifically, but it's something that just comes as a product of the work. See an uptick in those power numbers in the Malvo era, and some power there. Bella fought to center. Vincent able to track it down. Katsoyanopoulos hustling back, and she is doubled up at second. Another double play. And Vincent showing off why she's a Gold Glover in center field.
Vincent doing a great job out there. Took a deep angle on the ball, really caught that ball deep, and had a great throw to second. On the base running side, G's just thinking, hey, I'm going to extend this and try to score. But great range on center field out there.
Top of the order, Kiki Malloy. And she takes the ball outside. Longwood trying to complete its first scoreless defensive inning. Malloy started it all with a solo homer back in the bottom of the first.
That type of defense is what Coach Megan Brown is talking about. They can compete with big dog teams if they let their defense work. They're going through a little bit of growing pains, have some young players in the lineup, but they definitely are a team that has been to postseason, that has won the conference, that knows how to compete. They just have to take that next step if they're going to get to super regionals. And it's not all about super regionals. She definitely is a process-based coach, but that is their end goal. That is what they're working towards.
1-1. Low, 2 balls and a strike. When you think about Kiki Malloy, obviously a decorated career on the field, but she was also named a torchbearer, which is the highest undergraduate honor you can get at the University of Tennessee. That is for academic excellence. First softball player ever to be named a torchbearer. That happened last year. And she takes a strike 2 and 2, and she is uber competitive, working towards her MBA right now, and well, she's upset when they lose case comps. Talking to Coach Weekly about that in the hallway. Forget about the softball, but wants to win at everything she does, wants to be great. And it's that mentality that has led her to the top of so many record books. Frank to deep left field. Second homer of the game, over everything for Kiki Malloy.
That was a no-doubter. Coach Weekly talks a lot about Kiki and what a great person she is. Malloy is a good teammate. She's a good human. She does community service. You see her not big time here. They're in a game that they're winning by quite a lot. She's not big timing anybody. She hits the home run. She runs it out, comes and gives some information to the next batter, wishes her good luck, and goes on her way.
That one went all the way to the train tracks. A long, long blast.
It almost hit the train.
Program's all-time leader in home runs keeps adding to the tally. So now an 11-run lead for Tennessee. And will be another pinch hitter, Jackie Kirkpatrick, coming in for the Lady Vols. Kirkpatrick looking for her first hit of the season. Base is empty, 2 down. And a ball taken. Jackie Kirkpatrick, the sophomore from Oklahoma. Grew up in a military family. She's traveled to 23 states, played softball in 9 of them. Finished up her high school ball in Hawaii for Milani High. There's Megan Brown out to talk things over with this Lancer infield. Along with 3-0. This weekend coming into this contest. We'll wrap this one up and then take on Tennessee again for a noon start tomorrow.
Coach Brown out there giving the scouting report on Kirkpatrick. New hitter, letting her know what the tendency is. Trying to slow the momentum a little bit here too.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick now in her sophomore season, not a ton of plate appearances, just 16 last year. Did have a couple of hits. Takes a strike. Burton's 1-1. Squibbed up the middle to VV, smothers, and a tough play, fires to first, but not in time. Jackie Kirkpatrick legs it out, first hit of the season.
a nice job by Burton getting it on the hands. That's a tough play right there. That ball's not traveling fast, tries to throw off the run, just a little off balance. Doesn't seem like Kirkpatrick is real impressed with her hit, but again, the book does not know what kind of hit it is. A hit's a hit.
Single off the wall and a single in the infield look the same.
Look exactly the same. Might not be as pretty, might not be part of your highlight reel, but it's a hit.
Another pinch hitter here, Gabby Leach. Half of the Leach twins in their freshman season in Knoxville. Leach came in off the bench earlier against Stetson, getting another crack in the nightcap against Longwood. All-state a couple times, playing for the Woodlands, career 400 hitter. And there has been a Leach legacy here in Knoxville. Now 4 Leach sisters playing for Karen Weekly. 1-0 coming in. That is on the ground. 2 hops to second. DeVivi to first, and the side is retired. Another run comes across, a 2-homer game for Kiki Malloy. Tennessee leads by 11. And a program with a lot of power. And they've intentionally scheduled tough. They're down here big to Tennessee tonight. We'll get another chance tomorrow. But don't be surprised if it is late May and we see Longwood making a charge towards the top of some of these postseason boards.
They finished the 2023 season with an RPI of 60. They finished as one of the best teams in the country. This game is definitely not going to define them. You know, and just talking about terms of respect, they're leaving Gottschall in here because they know that Longwood has a good offense and that they know how to come from behind. This is also a good test for Gottschall out there pitching against a good offense. She's had quite a bit of strikeouts, you know, pitching a good game, but letting her face these Longwood batters, she's going to face really tough competition in the SEC when conference starts, and here she's getting to work her pitches against a good offensive lineup.
Top of the 5th here, the Lancers will need 4 runs to keep this one going. They've gone to a pinch hitter. It's the freshman from Charlotte, Berkeley Witten, getting into the action. Witten in search for first collegiate hit. Late on that one, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Witten played it Providence High, all-state, all-region there. Charlotte Observer named her finalist for the Player of the Year conversation in the Queen City. Also plays a really mean violin, part of the orchestra. Symphonic and chamber orchestra, traveled around with them and now trying to compose a single here. Not to be this time. It's been Gottschall's day. That is strikeout number 7.
And Gottschall really putting on a pitching clinic today, throwing all different pitches, different quadrants, backdoor, curveball, off-speed, changeup, a rise ball there, doing a really nice job of working different heights, different elevations, throwing it to all quadrants.
Another pinch hitter, it appears to be coming to the plate. 1 down here in the 5th on what's been a pretty clean day for Peyton Gottschall. 4 hits and 1 run across for Longwood, but no walks, 7 strikeouts.
This is a good opportunity here that Coach Brown's taking advantage of, giving a freshman an at-bat against an SEC pitcher. She's looking to take her team to postseason this year. This is a good time to get their feet wet.
There it is, Nalea Bridges up to the plate for the Lancers, the freshman from Fresno, California. Someone who will give a lot of competitive at-bats offensively. She's going to be in the hunt, maybe be in that DP flex spot as she continues to get reps early in her collegiate career.
And she's just behind that curveball. Peyton has a nice late break on that, just cutting it through the zone.
Another one for Gottschall.
And a rise ball for the strikeout. Sticking with what's working.
8 strikeouts. That's free queso for the crowd. You hear them getting a little extra amped up there?
Sign me up.
Lancers down to their final out unless they can squeak across 4 runs here with 2 down in the 5th. Avery Drake back to the plate. She has singled and did score that lone Longwood run. One ball and 1 strike.
Gotcho picking up the pace here a little bit. She wants to get these fans out of here and get them their queso.
Paints the outside corner, 1-2. Dominant day in the circle. Just outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two bounces to fall, and that is the ball game. Dominant start to finish for Tennessee, and they polish off a perfect 4-0 weekend with a